Hey, what's up guys? My name is Dave Maynard. I'm the rider behind the handlebars of this channel, Race Logic, and today I'll be doing something a little bit different. I will be going over how to target a KOM or segment on Strava. This video is going to focus on a true maximum effort on what would be a bigger segment for whatever kind of rider you might be. So this is not for, say, an 80% effort up a smaller one, maybe you get it by accident. This is about a true maximum effort. Quick side note, you probably don't want to do this on every ride. Doing a true 1 minute or say 5 minute maximum effort, it's really taxing and it has definite effects on your ability to keep going hard on that day. So you probably want to focus it on a day that you just want to go as hard as you possibly can, and set the best possible time you can on a specific KOM or maybe a couple of them, and that's what this video is about. Alright, so you decide to go for it. You give a maximum effort. Today's the day. You set your PR, maybe even get the KOM. First thing you want to do is pick a segment that you want to target. I personally like to go after segments that I'm good at, that suit my characteristics. So for instance, really long ones I don't do too well at. Downhill ones, don't do well at those either. Shorter ones I can do okay on. So I kind of stick to those when I'm going for them, when I'm trying to set a good time. Those are kind of ones I focus on. And of course, sometimes you'll be going for ones that you don't necessarily do well on, just to kind of target your weakness sort of thing. Just be realistic about what you can expect for how hard you go throughout the effort and where you'll end up on the leaderboard. So log into Strava, and on the top of the page where it says Explore, you want to go and click on Segment Explore. That's going to bring you to this page here. So from here you kind of grab the page, move it around. You can zoom in on stuff you want to look at. I've already found one that I want to go for. It's in a nearby town. I ride the route pretty often. It's an uphill and it's pretty short, so hopefully it'll suit me well. What I'm going to go for is this one here. It's called Wilcox Hill. Scroll down just a little bit here. You can see it's mostly an uphill, a little bit of flat coming into it, and the top rounds out just a little bit. I can see where the start line is. It's after this little turn here and kind of before this little brook, and then it's going to end kind of where this one comes into it. There's another one that goes a little bit further, so I'll try to keep my speed up, but this will be the main target here. So scrolling down here, you can see the leaderboard. The current KOM is 1:17. It's by a guy named Sean Berard. I ride with Sean. He's a great guy, really strong rider. So nothing against him, just got to say that. But I do want to go for this one. So I'll be aiming for a similar time, hopefully a little bit better if I can. Then you kind of scroll down and see if I have any other efforts. So my best ever currently was 1:29, so I'll have to shave a few seconds off that. Of course, you can always come over here, look at just your own results, and you kind of get an idea. So I mean, I've done it a few times in that 130 range. It's around 300 watts, close to 400 there. And I know for an effort like this, where it's uphill, just over a minute, I know that I'm capable of doing 550 watts, maybe 600 watts. I've done a little more, but somewhere in that range is kind of what I'm going to go for. That's what I'm going to hope for anyways. On a bad day, I cannot do that for sure, but let's hope for a good day. One quick last pointer here. When you're going for a fast time over a section of road, typically the best bang for your buck in terms of where you spend your energy is on the uphills, and the steeper it is, the more it makes a difference if you go hard. You can imagine if you're going downhill or on a flat, you can pedal really, really hard and you go a little bit faster. Uphill, you're also pedaling really hard, but there's less wind drag, and it's a place where you can make up the most time. You may also want to check the weather and see what the wind conditions are. If you're riding into a direct headwind, it can really slow you down, especially on a flatter route. In my case here, it's mostly an uphill route, but I took a quick look and I should have a slight tailwind, which is good. So I'm going to want to carry some speed into the base of it here. I should be able to carry a fair amount. It's pretty flat right there. But pretty soon into it, I will hit some uphill. So it gets up to around 10%, about a 7, then it kind of rounds out. So the segment will be won in this first part where it is steepest. So it's kind of most of it, but kind of the middle here. Towards the top, I'm going to want to get it up to speed and hold it there as much as I can. And at that point, we'll see how I'm feeling. And I know from experience in going for 1 minute max efforts, or about that length, typically you go pretty hard. The first 30 seconds feel pretty good, and then the last 20 seconds, it's really hard. So that's the part I'm not going to worry about till I get there, but it's going to be pretty brutally hard. So be mentally prepared for that. So we've picked a segment that we want to target. Now we just got to go out on the road and go for it. Back from the ride, it is loaded onto Strava, and good news is I got the KOM for it. Scrolling down here, you can see there's two of them. They kind of overlap. This is the main one that I was going for here. Put out a pretty good average power, 567 watts. That's not bad considering it rounds out at the top. I always have trouble keeping a higher power when it's flatter. I'm sure the average power was higher earlier in the segment and kind of started dropping off towards the end. But hey, sometimes that's the way you got to do it, especially when the steeper part's early. You want to go hard in the steep parts, and that'll get you the best times. So clicking on it here, you can see you're at the top of the leaderboard here. Got a decent little margin even. Maybe I'll click on Analyze real quick. See what I did for it. Yeah, it looks like I went pretty hard to start. Holding 700 watts. Then it kind of died off towards the end, kind of as expected. That's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and good luck on your KOM chasing efforts on Strava.